Hey, how's it going, my coffee friends? Hope everyone is doing well. Hey guys, my name is Tony, and you're watching Faith and Coffee Bean. First thing I want to tell you, just thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. If you're a coffee geek like me, remember that you like and subscribe, y'all. I'm a small YouTuber, so it actually means the world to me if you go ahead and you subscribe. And if you have a question, feel free to ask me. Y'all, that's what this is for. If you're thinking about something, the odds are so am I. So definitely a cool thing. Hey guys, let me just kind of tell you right now, I'm super stoked to show this to you. So what this is this is the Tuni digital scale. Y'all, I am really about making sure coffee is cheap. I know that sounds weird. I like making sure that I have a great value in my coffee setup. I've shared this before. Years and years ago, in college, I worked as a barista in college. And I, for years, thought, well, I need to have a really nice, fancy Italian machine to do coffee at home. And I worked with my mocha pot. I worked with my pour overs. I love my pour overs. I did AeroPress and all that stuff. I had good coffee at home. Trust me, for years I wasn't suffering in coffee sadness. But my wife came to me like last year and she was like, dude, just buy a coffee machine. And I ended up buying an espresso machine, my DeLonghi ECP on Facebook Marketplace. And it just started this love for espresso in the home and really making sure it's accessible and a good value. Because I think a lot of us maybe don't have those huge, giant, big budgets to buy a big machine like that. So I'm going to tell you right now, I am so stoked for Tuni. Okay, Tuni's a brand that's very new. They came out very recently in the last year, and I really feel like they've just done a lot of cool stuff to just change some espresso at home, and I dig it. Like, I just really dig it. So it speaks to me. So the reason why is that this is a 58 millimeter machine. So a lot of commercial size stuff is 58 millimeter. This is a IMS basket with a really cool Muvana does this. This is kind of a cutout, a really neat portafilter. I could use different tools. This is an impact tamper I just did a review on. Here is the MH Bomber Cyclone WD tool. There's lots of gizmos and gadgets galore that you can use with that size. That just kind of opens up the world. They came out with the Tuni E2, which is this machine right here, which is a dual heating system. This machine rocks. I have been getting great results with it. I've had it as my daily driver for over a month now. I think it was 6 weeks. I have pulled probably hundreds of shots now on this thing. And I'm telling you right now, this is one of my absolute hands down favorite budget style, just really getting you where you need to go. So this is really cool. It does use 2 thermal heat blocks, so you could steam and pull your shot at the same time. There's not like a refractory period. I mean, you just boom, 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 bah, boom, you're done. And then, of course, they have this awesome grinder that they came out with that is very budget friendly. And I think is one of the most budget friendly grinders out there. So this is their G1 grinder, has a magnetic cup. You could put a portafilter holder on here, which I tend to use the dosing cup as my favorite. But you can put the portafilter holder, you go direct to portafilter. This thing is just beautiful. It's a conical burr system. It's 40 millimeter. It delivers great espresso. I went ahead and added on some bellows to it that are kind of third-party bellows. It actually fits the Barista. It's the same size as the top part, so the geometry fits perfect. Y'all, this has been a single dosing dream, and I have been just digging the results. There's just no other way to say it. So if you're looking for a good setup, this is it. I'm going to tell you right now, this is one of my favorite ones. There's not a lot of times I gush about stuff, but I'm gushing, y'all, straight up gushing. So I was really excited. Tuni sent this over to me to do a review on it, and this completes my whole Tuni little lineup. And let's just go ahead and unbox this and let me show it to you and tell you a little bit about it. So one of the things I really love about this scale is that it's completely digital. I love the size of where it's at. I actually had requested the black version just because I wanted something to pop different than just my white. This is kind of like a stormtrooper white for everything else, but I'm gonna tell you something about the white. And I do like this. This comes in white. This is like the main thing. It gets dirty fast. And that's not its fault. It's my fault. I need to make better espresso. You know, inside you get your manual. Definitely, it is worth the read. But if you've ever had a very accurate digital scale, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel like you've already kind of know how this works. So, like I said, I wanted to go with the black just because I wanted it to pop against everything, and I knew that espresso was gonna get on it. This is basically water resistant, obviously, so it's definitely good. It comes with this wonderful, basically smooth top. You could turn it around, put your portafilter on there. It is tempered glass, and then there's basically, it is USB-C chargeable, which I love. That's my absolute favorite. I'm a huge fan of this display. It just looks really good, and my favorite part is it fits perfectly on the actual Tuni device. It's small enough that it's going to fit on a lot of my budget-friendly machines. I have my Hybrew HB10, which is, or H10B, I said that backwards. I'm not dyslexic. I am. You know, that's one of those things I really love. It's going to fit perfectly fine on my DeLonghi right over there. So if you have a DeLonghi, it's one of the most popular machines ever. You know, it's going to fit great. So I dig that. It's basically very hypersensitive. It's down to 1/10. There are multiple modes on here. There's an espresso mode. There's a pour over mode. You have your timer. You have a lot of good stuff. So, you know, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm going to use this for the first time. So this is my first time using it. So forgive me if there's something I'm kind of finding out along the way. But this, I already know this is going to be a good scale anyway. You know, I'm pretty stoked. So let's go ahead and let's grind up some beans. And I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna have some fun here. So I want to go ahead and set my grind to the espresso range is 12 to 1. I'm gonna do about an 8. Okay, and I am gonna make a big boy espresso today. So I am actually using this really cool IMS basket. This is a competition grade basket by IMS from Italy. So I'm going to be using that. We're going to be doing a big pour. We're going to be doing at least 20 grams. I might do about 22. So, you know, sometimes I'm going to tell you all, this is the honest truth. I just woke up. I just started working. It's very early in the morning for me. In my day job, I am a department head of an insurance company. I have a very stressful, crazy job where I have to think and use my brain a lot. And the fact that I've gone to this point in the day and not had my coffee is loco. So we're going to go for a big boy cup. Today's a big boy cup day. This isn't going to be your double. This is going to be like a quad or a sprawl over. So let's get some fun. Let me go ahead and lower the camera down. Let's get the beans going. Like I say, guys, if you're a coffee geek like me, I'm going to ask you to subscribe just because I want you to hang with me. I like to go live 2 or 3 times a week. This week, I've been doing a lot of non-lives just because I've had some cool stuff to review. But I like to go live 2 or 3 times a week. Definitely follow me on Instagram. And every link that you see here or anything you look at, there's going to be a link in my description. And that goes to my Amazon storefront. My wife has a YouTube channel, and so do I, obviously. And we it helps support the channel because if you purchase something, it doesn't charge you any more. It's still the same price you get on Amazon. But a small percentage goes back to us. It helps me buy some beans and all that good stuff. That's what it's all about. So definitely appreciate it. You know, anytime you click on those, you're definitely showing the love. So that is awesome. So these beans are a full Robusta. So they are single origin, and they are from the Central Highlands of Vietnam. It has like a black cherry smell when you open it up. I love it. It's very aromatic. It has very deep, dark chocolate notes, and it's really delicious. I actually really like this with milk drinks. My wife is not a coffee drinker, but I just made her basically a Vietnamese coffee the other day where I poured it over ice. I did a video on that, but she loved it. She just was like, she's like, this is my favorite coffee. I grew up in Southern California around a very big South Asian community. And I grew up going to some of the best Vietnamese restaurants in California. And I love Vietnamese coffee. It's kind of helped start my coffee craze. So, so I'm going to go ahead and get these ground up. Let's put them in the grinder now. Like I said, this is set at an 8. That's what we're going to do it at. Going to do some single dose action here. Okay. Yeah, I've been digging this grinder. This is a really good one. Okay. Watch how fast this thing makes work go. Isn't that beautiful? It has an anti-static technology, so that's definitely awesome. The retention on it's been pretty well. Especially adding the bellows to it, it really makes a big difference. There we go. All clear. Perfect, perfect. Go ahead and just stop it right there. You can set your timing. I tend to do my timing a little longer because I really like for everything to get done and just be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and put my scale up top. Okay. I really love how quick it zeroes out, so that's awesome. One of the things that I have kind of noticed with certain scales, and I've had this happen with some other brands, is the feet tend to get stuck in the little grooves here on the, basically the drip tray. So when that happens, the scale gets a little wonky. I've noticed already putting this in here, it's like good already, ready to go. So I dig that. That means Tuni thought about, the grades basically. So let's go ahead. Let's make some magic. Okay. Let me get my catch cup here. I love the magnetic bottom. Give it a tiny shake for love. Just homogenize stuff. I really dig this clear top. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and use a WDD tool that I just did a video on that's been a blast to use. So this is basically a circular WDD tool. And what I really like about this one is you could really control how you do it. So I love the fact of the control. I love the fact that I can actually feel the needles go down and hit the espresso, do it, or how slow I do it. It's just that simple, it's just really easy to use. It's so light. I'm used to another one that I have up here by MHW, and I love it. I think this is really cool. So I've been digging that. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with my gravity distributor. This is my norm core. Okay. And then what we're going to go ahead and use, my new tamper. So this is an impact tamper. This has been really cool. So really easy to use. Love that satisfying click. Then I'm going to go ahead and put my puck screen right up top. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Let's put the puck screen. And then I'm going to make sure everything's nice and clean. Looks good. Got my 21 grams of espresso right in there. Make sure it's all locked in. And like I said, if we're going to be using a big boy cup today, this is a big boy cup for sure. I'm going to go ahead and move that shot mirror over to the side a tiny bit. I know it's not the best angle for y'all, but when you got a big boy cup, you got to do what you got to do. Okay. All right, guys. So let's go ahead. I'm going to be aiming for probably about 50 at least, because this is going to be a big one. 21 grams in there. Got my pre-infusion. I could have went finer. I'm already telling you that right now. I'm looking at that. That is way too coarse. That could have gone way finer. So I'm already know that for a fact. Oh my goodness gracious.
Let's go ahead and give this one more try.
I use my Hybrew H10V. It's a 51 millimeter, and I love it. I've made some of the best espresso shots in my life on my DeLonghi ECP. I have the 3630 over here. I'm telling you right now, I have made some of the absolute best espresso shots of my whole life on that ECP. And that ECP I got on Facebook Marketplace for 40 bucks. Now, I'm not saying you can get one on Amazon for that price, but Facebook Marketplace, 40 bucks. Okay, you cannot complain about that. That's awesome. Boiler system. So, do you have to have the 51? No. But is it nice when you can have all the different accessories that go along with it and all that? 100%. It's always going to be my preferred method, you know, as far as size-wise. It's just me. Like, I'm not one of those live by, die by it situations, you know. I think you do you when it comes to espresso, and I'm not a hater, 100%. I love it all. I'm an equal opportunity espresso person. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do some puck prep one more time. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring over that DVD tool. Yeah, I dig this. Super light. That's the one thing that, because I'm used to the one that's really kind of heavy, but that one is definitely way lighter. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. That'll look awesome. Let's go ahead and put the puck screen in up top. Make sure it's nice and clean. Good, nice donut effect. There we go. And like I said, this is going to be a big boy shot. Look at all that crema. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm going to go for about 60. There we go. Stop right there. 60, 63. All right. Let's clean this up. So that was a good fast shot as far as that goes, speed-wise. Look at all that beautiful crema. Oh my goodness, that is awesome. That is the crema beast. I'm sure someone can get more crema than me. 110%. But I'm just saying that looks absolutely delicious. That's 64 grams of liquid. Like I said, it's a big shot. But that's what I was going for. And the other one was a less liquid, of course. But, you know, look at that beautiful crema. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Just out of pure curiosity, what we're hitting at. 8.76. And that's to be expected. It was more water. So, you know, that always plays a factor. Let's give it a taste because that's what matters. Okay. Let's give this a little taste. Cheers. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Whoa. Yeah, that is delicious. Very nice, very hot, good temperature. Oh wow. Like I said, getting some like dark cherry, some dark chocolate, a little bit of a cinnamon to it. This is a delicious coffee. Man, I love this espresso. Oh, wow. So I call that a success. That's got me the coffee I wanted for the morning. I had to go ahead and dial it in a little bit more, but this is where you got to dial it in, y'all. You got to dial it in every time. Make sure that you're in the right zone. This is what I love about espresso. You know, espresso is kind of, this is why it's a hobby to me. You know, it's not an exact thing. Every time you can get different results. There's so many different variables. But as far as this scale goes, I'm going to tell you right now, it is a winner, 100%. Chicken dinner, totally, totally. I love the fact that it's tempered glass. I like how quick of a response it is. You know, there's just a lot of cool things about it. It's at perfect size. If it's perfectly right there on top, there are many different modes. I will be doing some live videos with this where I'll go ahead and kind of goof around with it more. But definitely stay tuned for the live videos. Like I said, make sure you like and subscribe. Best way to support my channel. Y'all are amazing. I love that you're hanging out with me. If there's any questions you have, just let me know in the comments below.